doesn't know how to be a mother, she doesn't know how to be a cook, she doesn't know how to clean, she doesn't know how to do all of the things that you would expect from, the duties that you would expect from a wife. So yeah, I just think, the institution's outdated because I think human beings in the West generally have outgrown the essentials of what marriage is.
Got their claws out.
I can hear the chairs like creaking back there, like double dutch, like they want to get in.
There were so many points I disagreed with. I just need to say, firstly,
Are we talking about marriage being outdated? You think it's not outdated?
the divorce statement. It is hard to get divorced. I say that because there are several steps you have to take. You have to prove to the courts that you have tried everything. You have to go through mediation. You've got to go to counselling. You've got to get a decree nisi. You then have to wait 6 months, a year, to see whether you can form again, and then you get your divorce.
Would you agree that if 50% of people that get married are doing it, it's not that hard? Because it's not hard enough that it deters. But
that means out of us 6, half of us would be able to get a divorce.
But that's the same way that if I had 6 women here, half of us would probably be able to make babies and half wouldn't. And some would say it's easy to procreate, some would say it's easy to conceive, some say it was easy to give birth, but it's not.
Do you think it's hard to give birth?
That's incorrect. That's incorrect.
I think most women can give birth.
80% of women have reproduced historically.
I'm talking about how complicated it is with the food that we eat, the contraceptives that we take, the lifestyle that we choose to live.
Right.
Things are complicated.
If you make
when I'm talking about twerking, because I twerk,
You do
does
twerk?
that I do.
Oh, okay.
Does that mean that I'm not wife material?
To some men, yeah.
If you were my wife,
Yeah.
and you went to a club and you were twerking,
So are we saying strippers are not
get
wife
out
material?
of here, man.
Wait, that's your value.
I agree.
It's
Yeah,
her job.
I agree.
But why can't it be my job? Why can't it be my job? I got a fat ass and I know how to make
Not
money
my wife.
for me. Why?
Someone else's wife.
Why?
It could be someone else's wife and be like,
This
it's
is
not
what
mine.
you want to do. You want the benefits without the consequences. Like the consequences, men aren't attracted to women that shake their ass on a pole outside of a one-night stand. They're not attracted to that long-term typically because historically men had to ensure paternity.
So I'm at carnival and I'm shaking my ass. I'm not wife material.
No.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you?
Are you really?
No, I'm being serious.
Can I ask you a question?
No,
Do you
no, hang on, I tell you what.
You are ruling out half of the band next week at carnival, yeah?
I tell you what you are. You're someone else's wife material. You're not mine. But I'm saying if you go to a club and you're twerking with a guy and you're my wife, you're no longer my wife. You're his girl for the night. For some reason, you're his girl because my wife wouldn't do that.
Marriage is a concept that serves to trap women.
Trap women? Oh.
Get out of here. Trap women. Marriage is a concept that
Pays
serves
them
to
to
trap
leave.
women.
I'm getting trapped out here.
Oh wow.
Better talk to yourself.
Trap women. I can't believe that.
No, you're paid to leave.
There's a party lot left there.
I feel like you two should start because you didn't get to say it the last time.
Personally, I think marriage favours women more than anything. I think it's a security for women, if anything, rather than keeping them hostage. It's easier for them to divorce. It's easier for them to block the whole thing off. Statistically, most divorces are started by women, initiated by women, for all sorts of different reasons. So them being locked in the marriage is, it's a farce, to be honest.
But I don't know, I think we're basing it on the UK. When we think about third world countries where opportunity lies if you get married, and sometimes visa, stay, spousal things, to be fair, a lot of women in lower economic backgrounds actually rely on a marriage to get them out of situations.
That's not a bad thing. Like relying on people, that's like the foundation of marriage is you rely on each other. And a lot of times, can I finish? And I say, and a lot of times, like we look at women as they are like trapped throughout all of history or in third world countries, but they get protection from the man. They get provisioning from the man. Like it's
Some also get abused by the man.
You're right.
So then they are stuck in this relationship.
Is that your opinion on men that by and large they're abusing women?
No, that's my experience because that's a field that I work in. So I know women that are being abused in marriages, but are stuck.
Well, it's actually
no, they're not.
So
that's what I was saying.
Like Muslim marriages or something like that.
And women that come to the UK from different lower economic countries, they're stuck in that because they're waiting on their visa. And if they walk away from that marriage, it's only now the law has changed.
If you look at one-sided abuse, when one side is hitting the other and it's not returned, women do it more than men do. They do it 70% of the time because most abusive situations they're hitting each other.
I can't
So
tell
you see those marriages you're talking about though, like
Yeah.
non-Western marriages, I get you. Because there, I think is in certain cultures a man can just say, I divorce you 3 times and
Yes.
then she's divorced, and then a woman can't do the same thing. So I
Right.
get it. Do you get what I'm saying?
But here
in the Western world,
Yeah.
a woman can get out of a marriage quite easily.
And she's paid to. She's paid to
to
leave.
do it. She can lie about it
Yeah.
and get out of a divorce. She can cheat and then get the man's money, his house, his children.
Not always.
Hashtag OJ Simpson.
He has
No,
to
when you
prove
go
she
to court,
cheated,
he has to prove she's cheated.
If he can't
First,
prove
it's
she
not that-
cheated,
yeah.
then-
Because they ask you why are you getting divorced, and they will say, is it adultery? Is it
But then he has the burden of proof.
unreconcilable differences? It's not just so
Or-
easy. That's what I'm saying. He
or
can't just say,
a-
oh yeah,
a
I saw
one-on-
WhatsApp in her phone.
She twerked on the guy in the club.
That's not
Or
a valid.